How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Today it is time for a Q&A. I've not done one of these for quite some time, so I thought it was about time that I do a Q&A. Basically, the principle is very simple. I ask you all for questions on Twitter and Instagram, and I answer them. So go and give my Twitter and Instagram a follow for any kind of video like this which involves audience interaction, so you can be involved in the future, and just for my very high quality content that I post on there. We have got a wide variety of questions, a lot of them to do with Forest, of course. So Darren says, thoughts on Jingle Bong? We're starting strong, aren't we? I might just roll the clip from any video that I've done in the past where I've mentioned Jingle Bong. That'll probably give you a fair estimation of it, really. Why bring Bong on? What have we done to deserve this?
He's going to score, mate.
What have we done to deserve?
I'm going to say it. Bong's going to score.
You're going to see.
I'm saying it now.
Moro, how excited are you to watch Jingle Bong play football? Jingle Bong's actually going to come on. LT has said, and this is a question that I did anticipate getting, when are you going to do a FIFA 20 career mode? Now, yeah. Let's explain, shall we? I've never really explained properly. The reason why I haven't done one this year and I haven't even done a single video on FIFA 22, because I do have it. I'll show you, in fact. This is quite useful, isn't it, having this behind me? I can just, you know, I can just load up stuff like this. You see? Origin. Yeah. You see? FIFA 22. I have got it. The reason why I'm not doing any content on it is because I lost interest in making FIFA content. It was incredibly repetitive and boring. Not so much to record, but edit. It was so repetitive and it wasn't really that enjoyable. However, I'm not at all going to rule out doing another Forest career mode in the future. I'm never going to do, like I did Portsmouth, of course, back in the day. That was when FIFA was my main interest on the channel. But I think at first I did intend on being a FIFA YouTuber, but I quite quickly realised that was probably not the best idea. I think I'll do one on the next FIFA. I know it's a way off, but I think given the fact I've done a Forest career the last 2 years, it needed a break, quite frankly. Even if I was doing FIFA still, I think it did need a break. Why is my PC blowing up in the background? What will you do if Forest get promoted this season? I mean, this season I'd be incredibly surprised if we do, but yeah, I'll celebrate a lot. Really, won't I? I'd be in disbelief for a long time. Max, this is a very interesting question from you, mate. The answer to it is no. PG friendly channel, by the way. Would you run across the pitch naked if Forest got promoted? No, I wouldn't. To answer that, I wouldn't. I'm not a streaker, lads. Mr. Door, legend, and it's actually asking me about him. Dawn tour or match day of Max? I have a lot of respect for Max. I've never really spoke to him that much. I've seen him a few times, but I've never actually spoke to him. But I would choose Dor. Not because Dor's just said that question, but you know. Plus the fact Dor lets me on his channel every so often. So, you know, I think that's a big W, quite frankly. Favourite Forest moments from NFFC update? I mean, I'm a younger fan, of course. I've not seen a huge amount of success. I probably would say beating Arsenal in the FA Cup a few years ago. I'm looking forward to the FA Cup draw tonight on Monday. I'm recording this, where we're going to get Chelsea away for the third time in 4 years. Well, how predictable, the day that I recorded this video and the day that I tweeted this, we're going to get Arsenal in the FA Cup at home again. I mean, I'm happy that we're playing a top 6 side, but I just wanted a bit of variation, quite frankly. But you know, they just lost to Everton, so bring it on, lads, to be honest. Brennan Johnson's going to tell you a new one. Lerquarn has asked, cash or Spence? Mate, that's tough. That's tough. I love Spence. I don't want him to leave. Please, don't leave. Okay, it's good that Tutu's coming back. And we've got Drager if he's ever actually going to play. But, oh, we can't lose him. But I've got to say, Cashy, like, look at him. He's smashing it in the Premier League. And go and watch my video about Matty Cash that I did a few weeks ago. I like that, and it deserves more attention. Give it a watch. Tristan has asked a few questions, another YouTuber, Swansea fan, so you know, he knows all about Steve Cooper. Go and give him a watch. Top 5 Forest content creators. I mean, there's not really that many, is there, really, to actually grade, but I mean, me, obviously, I'm the best, of course. Dor, obviously, Max. Talk Forest TV, of course. I go on Talk Forest TV quite a bit if you've not seen me on there before, so go and give him a watch, Dan. what a legend Dan the Man is. Fifth one, I mean, he's retired, but Jack Puggs is the only one I can think of. You know, I don't think he's ever going to come back to YouTube, unfortunately. But yeah, he'll be. That's not in order, by the way. You can put it in order if you want. But that's probably the top 5. I've got a few random questions here from Tristan. Would I rather live 100 years in the past or future? I mean, 100 years ago is scary, and 100 years in the future is arguably even more scary. Probably future. I don't know. Go somewhere safe, because like it's all pretty daunting, isn't it? Really. Tea or coffee? I mean, I had a coffee for my lunch earlier, so yeah. What a mug this is, by the way. Yeah, coffee. Rather Derby get liquidated or Forest never lose again? Pretty straightforward, to be honest. Forest never lose again, because I don't want Derby to go out of existence. As much as it's funny to see them suffering. For starters, if it's your rival, you haven't got a rival. And you don't want clubs, any club, to just go out of existence because of bad management or at all. So yeah, I wouldn't want that to happen. Favourite biscuit? This is a tough question, Joseph, or Joe Gallacher. Digestive or hobnob? You know, don't you dare tell me they're the same, because they're not. One's got oats in it, one hasn't. Okay, hobnob. If you could bring back any Forest player, who would that be? Matty. Please come home. Matty Cash. George has asked, how well do you think Steve Cooper has done? Yeah, absolutely brilliant. Only 1 defeat in 13 is... You can't argue with that. We may have drawn quite a lot, but you completely galvanised the team. There's team spirit, there's a direction, there's togetherness, everything you want. Everything you want. He says the right things. He doesn't just say fine margins like someone would do. How do you think the Championship compares this season to last season? I think the big difference really is the fact that there's fans in the grounds now, because like, we say it quite a lot, but, and I hate to mention it, but I don't think Forest would have lost 4-1 to Stoke if there was fans in the ground. And I know we've been thrashed in front of fans before, but you know, I think in those circumstances there's no way we would have thrown it away like we had them. And I think we've seen this season, apart from under Houghton, we have put up a fight in every game. And that applies to every team. I think we've seen that having fans back has made a big difference. Who is the most important figure in Nottingham Forest history? Got to be Cloughie, hasn't it? Undeniable. Got to be Brian Clough. What was your favourite subject at school? Probably sport. Only football really, because I never used to like playing anything other than football. Sport and geography, I like that as well. Okay, so this question I've had to redo because I somehow forgot to actually answer it properly. So once this question's over, the camera angle might change slightly, so just pre-warning. Very professional as always, I know. Top 5 content creators. For me, it's got to be FNG, what an absolute legend he is. FTW, he's one of the best series out there. Unpopular opinions with Gem and JCC are fantastic. Very, very easy to watch. Funny videos. It's just a shame that he's got a clap trim. James Alcott, I mean, I literally started to watch one of his videos earlier, and he just started off by doing a bit of a mad intro, and that's what I like he knows so much about football, tactically, and like, I often think, I want to make sure that I know what I'm talking about, and I often watch him just to double check, because like the way he talks, it's just so reassuring that yeah, he knows what he's talking about. Even if it's not necessarily what you agree with, you can at least understand his opinion. Other than him, I think I'd pick Stump Peg as well. Obviously all these are going to be to do with football, shockingly. Stump Peg, I know she doesn't upload as much these days, but she makes some good stuff. Very funny, very well thought out. She obviously does a lot of vlogs, of course. It's a shame that she doesn't cover Bolton like she used to, but I know that she doesn't live near Bolton anymore, so that's probably the main reason. Other than those three, honestly, I don't even support Aston Villa, and you'll like this, Charlie. I think Villa on tour, they make some brilliant stuff. Like, I just love the connection that Max and his mates have, just going home and away watching their team. And of course it's been a bit of a ride as well with Aston Villa the last few years, promotions and staying up and having, you know, some good seasons in the top flight. And the other one, honestly, I'm not just saying it because I know him, I really do rate him, Maxwell. Honestly, Max, that guy is absolutely smashing it, and I watch him quite a lot as well. He comes up with the most unique ideas imaginable, but they're really, really good, and like it's just really, really informative to watch, and he's getting some amazing views right now, like 20k. Sorry, of course, Rads got to be in there, obviously, for a video every 5 months, in which he gets me to edit it, and yeah, it's about 2 minutes long. Who is your favourite non-Forest footballer, and why is it El Ghazi? I mean, El Ghazi's good, but I wouldn't choose him. No offence. Right now, I love Mo Salah. He's absolutely brilliant. Other than him, honestly, I'd choose Bernardo Silva. He's absolutely fantastic. He's getting a lot of love right now, but I've always rated that guy. I know last season he kind of was going a little bit unnoticed. He wasn't playing as much, but yeah, what an incredible footballer. And I think I've got to choose an England player, really, because of the fact that England are my other team, really, aren't they? They are. I think his performances at the Euros did really entice the reason why I like this guy. Declan Rice, brilliant. I think he's fantastic. Great guy as well. Best fans you've seen at Forest this season? This is interesting because I'm thinking the end of the season, and I'm looking forward to doing this. It's going to be quite controversial though, doing a video where I'm going to grade all the fans that I've seen at the City Ground. That could be really interesting, but quite controversial. I can't do Bournemouth, Borough or Blackburn though, because I didn't actually see those fans. I think so far I'd say Blackpool. I think Blackpool, they just did not stop singing. They chucked flares onto the pitch. I think if you're involving flares, then that's a big W. Cardiff had flares as well. I think Cardiff are great. Yeah, honestly, I'd choose Blackpool, and I think Sheffield United deserve a mention as well. They were brilliant. And who will win the Premier League? I mean, it's an incredible title race, isn't it, this season? Chelsea, City and Liverpool going at it. It is going to be really, really interesting. I think it could be, for me, the best title race by a mile is, I mean, the Aguero moment's right up there, but for me, the best title race is Liverpool v City a few years ago, when literally the last like 10, 12 games were just, we win, we go top of the league. We win, we go top, etc. Maybe Beret, the co-host of the very consistent Radscast podcast, hopefully an episode of that is on its way at some point soon. Brandon Johnson and Woodz are on lifetime contracts, or Spence and Lowe on a 5-year deal. We need Lowe and we need Spence incredibly. Look at how we're being effective without Lowe, and we need Spence as well. But I'll have to choose Woodz on Brandon. It has to be. Best Forest player you've seen live, also from co-Radscast host Woodz, good friend of the channel of course. My Cash, Joe Worrall, honestly, has to be up there. Antonio, I saw Antonio play live, I think. Did I? I think I did. Any goals for the new year? Just to keep improving in terms of YouTube and in terms of me, really, because I've never really mentioned it that much, but I need to believe in myself more. I need to commit myself more to lots of different things, and yeah, I just want to improve as a person as well as YouTube, and don't be so hard on myself either, because I'm not gonna lie, it's something that I do way too much. Can you sing the well-known Christmas song Jingle Bongs? Jack, that's a fantastic question. No, I can't, unfortunately. And LJP/NFFC today/NFFC opinions/loop, or just LJP really. He's asked a load of questions. If Cooper was not appointed as the manager, who would you want? I've said before, I said Chris Wilder. Opinions on no more parachute payments. Fantastic. It kills the league. It makes it even more predictable than it already is. You already know that the best teams are going to be the favourites to go back up. If you give them a massive wad of cash for failing, ultimately, in getting relegated, it just makes it 10 times easier. Like Fulham, for God's sake, they beat us, they beat QPR, they beat Blackburn, all teams that are doing pretty well. But look at Blackburn and QPR doing great. They thrashed both of them. Tips on becoming a content creator/YouTuber. That is a great question, to be fair. Believe in yourself more. Be you. Don't try and be someone that you're not. Try and be humorous, try and be informative. Plan what you're going to say, but don't make it, you know, you're going to write a script. Don't read it word for word. Don't like do this, you know, talking like this, looking constantly at the paper, not even looking at the camera. Don't do that. Like, for instance, this video, I've wrote down a few little hints for this, but because it's a Q&A, it doesn't really need that much preparation. The more research you do, the better. Be confident in the way you're speaking, and don't let the idiots get you down. If someone says, oh, you're crap, this is rubbish, how could you say this, how could you say that? So what? You know, it's your channel. Thankfully I've not had a huge amount of hate, but I've had it in the past, and you just have to look at it and think, okay, cool. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe to Rads, and I would appreciate that very much. There will be, of course, a reaction to Swansea at the weekend. I've got a few different videos coming as well, so please stay tuned, and I'll see you very soon.